Are you thinking about going to grad school? If you are, you need to realize that grad school, whether it's law school or an MBA, there's no longer a sure path to success. If you're going to go, you need to do your homework and figure out if it's going to be worth it. If you don't, it could end up being like paying $80,000 for a Honda Civic. In this video, I'm going to talk about 3 things that you'll want to think about before you apply to grad school. If you're considering grad school, the first thing you're going to want to think about is your return on investment. First off, how much do you have to borrow to complete this degree? Are you going to have to take out loans for everything, or do you have some savings? Just think about how much you're going to have to borrow. If you have to borrow for everything, your tuition, room, and board, then you're going to want to take a more economical approach. Second, you want to find out how much realistically are you going to expect to make when you graduate. The way I found this out when I was looking into grad programs is I would talk to graduates who had just graduated from the program, ask them what type of job title did they have, what job titles did the other people in their peer program have, and then also you'll want to, if you get comfortable with them, ask them how much they think you should expect to make upon graduation. And then finally, the rule I like to live by when it comes to investing in grad programs is you want to make sure that the salary you receive or can expect to receive when you graduate is more than the total amount you're going to have to borrow to pay for that program. Because otherwise it's starting to get sticky and you're going to want to really think about the value and the return on the investment, because you don't want to come out and have a huge financial burden over you when you're starting off your career. The second thing you want to think about if you're considering grad school is, are you going for the right reasons? I find people a lot of times when they don't really know what they want to do with their life, they say, well, I'm going to go to law school. And it sounds like a sure path to success, but there's a lot of cases where people drop out. It's not what they expected, and it's a lot of money. You're looking at around 6 figures of debt. So you need to really know that that's what you want. You need to understand what that really means and what that looks like, and be honest with yourself with what your strengths are and what your interests are, whether that's going to be the right reason for you. Because if you're not going into it for the right reasons, you're not going to be successful no matter what graduate program it is. And then the last thing to think about and really be sure about is, do you need grad school to do what you want to do? Have you talked to people that are doing what you want to do, and do they have grad school? Is that really a necessity? I'm not saying don't go to grad school. Obviously, I went to grad school and it's done really well for me, and I couldn't have been where I'm at now without it, but I made sure that I actually needed it for my field. And the field I'm in, the majority of people do have graduate degrees, so it was a necessity. And so it's not always the case nowadays. There's courses you can learn online to make yourself more marketable. There's lynda.com, Udemy. You can take a course on Excel, and there's all kinds of technical skills you could be learning that can make you even more valuable than you would be going into grad school without the big burden of student loans. If you like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel for weekly videos. And if you want to get a free video course on how to upgrade your career, go to occupationalolivia.com.